This is a theme-specific training for responsive Meals on Wheels sites in theme number 1 in Drupal 7. Other theme-specific trainings can be found on the support site at support.1h.com. You will also find trainings for all of our responsive Meals on Wheels themes there. This training today will show you how to manage the footer menus on your theme number 1 site. Now, managing the footer menus, it's pretty easy. If you can manage the main menu, then you have most of it figured out. Of course, you'll want to be logged in order to edit each of the menus. Theme number 1 has 5 different menus down here. You have the ability to change out the title of the menu, which appears in larger white text, as well as any of the links that appear in the menu underneath. If you do not want to use all 5 areas, menu areas, our team does have the ability to disable or hide any of the menus that you don't want to see at the moment. So do not feel pressured to use all 5. To edit the existing items here in the main menu, or in the footer menu, I should say, you'll want to scroll over the right side of that menu. You'll notice that each one of the menus has the same little editing gear that'll pop up for each of the 5 areas. If I scroll over that little editing gear and click on it, you'll see 3 options pop down. The first one should be list links. And that will take you to a page where you can drag and drop these links in any order you want them to appear. And go ahead and don't forget that if once you've made any changes, you'll save your configuration and check your work. If you do not save your configuration, it does not save anything for you. If you do want to create drop downs, don't, just because they do get hidden. So if you think that board login should drop down under board of directors in the footer, and I go in and I make it a drop down just like I would in the main menu by dragging it to the right, I save my configuration. You'll notice now that the board login item actually disappears completely. So there's nowhere for these items to drop down any further. So if you do create drop downs, it actually just hides them. So you can always come back in and easily just drag it out from underneath and change the kind of orientation or the order of any of these items. Go ahead and save your configuration and check your work again. So you can always come back in. You can add new items to your menu, but be aware there's not a lot of area in this footer. So you might not want 50 footer links. You might want maybe a total of 5 in each one of those areas. So that way it's not a super long list of links at the bottom of the page, not only on a desktop, but also think about people in a mobile view. If they have, 5 separate menus and there are 6 links in each of those menus, that's 30 separate links that somebody has to look through. So again, be a little bit more discerning with adding links, but of course you can always add a link up here by clicking the add link option, put in a title, you can add in the path. Again, that's what appears after the first / in the page name. And then you'll leave it linked under About Us. Just go ahead and save. That automatically adds it to the menu. Now, don't forget, you also have the ability to come on in here and edit any of the existing items. So you can change the title, you can change the page that they go to. Don't forget to save any work and check. Always check any work that you're doing. You can delete any existing menu links that you need to. Don't forget that if you delete a link, it does not delete the page that's associated with it. And you can also disable links. So you can hide links in the main menu, or in the footer menu, I should say, for the time being. So if you want to hide this board login link, you can easily just disable that option, save configuration, and it should take you down to just those 2, but when I come back into the menu, you should see that that one has been disabled. So again, always feel free to make any adjustments to your menu. Now, as I mentioned, you also have the ability to change the title of the menu here. If you do not like the titles that they appear down here, that's okay. We can always adjust those, or I should say you can always adjust them. What you'll want to do is you'll want to scroll over again, that little editing gear, click on it. And instead of choosing list links, we're actually going to have you come down to edit menu. If I would like to change this About Us to who we are, then I can change that title. I do not need to add in a description. Please do not delete this menu. Just save that change in title. And then when I come on down here, you'll see that that changes from About Us to Who We Are. It's as simple as going back to the editing gear, going back to Edit Menu, and changing the title back if you ever need to. Save. Again, do not need a description, and please do not delete these menus. So feel free to go in, edit any of the 5 menus at the bottom of your site. All 5 of those do appear on every page of your site, not only on the home page. And again, if you do not think you're going to use all 5 of those areas at this time, have our team help you hide or disable a couple of those menus, so that way you can always bring them back down the line and add more content to the footer as needed. If you have any questions, don't forget to submit a support ticket, or support conversation, I should say, at supports@oneeach.com. Our team is there 24/7 to help you out.